Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Oh, that was deep. That was a deep sounding voice.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am very excited because today's video is sponsored by KiwiCo.
I'm excited.
You're excited? Do you know what it is? What is
Kiwi
it?
crates.
Kiwi crates, panda crates, all the different crates. And I think we might get some today. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So more about them in a second, but for right now, we're having a little lunch.
Mine is koala crate.
Yeah, you get the koala crate, don't you? Did you find a Luke?
I found a Luke.
How'd you find? Oh, whoa. Are you having some food? Yeah. Yeah. Is it yummy? Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
Yummy in my tummy. Yummy in my tummy.
Oh boy, the kiwi crates just got here. Oh boy.
Are you excited, Luke? Okay, let's open them.
2, 3. Look at this. This is my dream.
Oh boy. Peekaboo.
I got this one again.
Oh, Pika Luke.
Okay, let's go play.
Did you find more stuff? There's more in there? You want to look at that one? Yeah, maybe someone will make you a bowl.
I'll make him a bowl.
One of the crates that we got today is the Tinker crate, and these are different every month. This month it is the animation machine. That's what we got here. So we're gonna be building an animation machine.
Cool. I really want to
gonna
make
want
my
to do
own
that.
movie.
You wanna make your own movie?
Yeah.
So this is cool. It's something that Jacob's interested in. He's gonna learn a lot of problem solving through this. You're interested in this too? Mm-hmm. Excellent. So they're gonna learn a lot of problem solving.
I'm interested with 3.
You're interested 3? Mm-hmm. Excellent. So today we will be building an animation machine, which I'm very excited about. Let's see what's inside here. Books and instructions. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. Have you ever built something like this before?
I don't think so.
I think. I've never seen something like this. No, I've never done this.
I love the high quality, like laser cut wood that comes with these sets.
Okay, so I'm holding this upside down. Is to put these 2 thingies into this thingy. Let's get started. Good job. The screws go in these dots. Good job, good job.
You guys should know that this is a sponsored post, and we've done sponsored posts for KiwiCo in the past, but I want you guys to know that, like, personally, I get boxes for each kid every single month, and I've done that for well over a year. Duncan is obsessed with these boxes, like absolutely obsessed, and he will get the box, and then within days, he's like, wait, when does my next box come? When does it come again? When does it come again? Because he's still playing with everything and so excited about it all. He wants it immediately more, and he doesn't understand that. Like, dude, it's once a month, like chill out. And then also, I really love the panda crate, and that's the crate that Luke gets, and he's been getting it since he was an infant. One of the first things we got was like a really sweet swaddle blanket. Like, it went all the way back to him being tiny, tiny. And we only get those every other month because that's how that box works. But it's like, that's the one that's my treat. Like, I get so excited when it comes. I kind of consider it for me, even though, I mean, it's for him. But like, you know, when you're like a mom of a baby, you get all excited about the baby stuff. So I get really excited about that one. And it's been so beneficial for him because they go along with his developmental age. So a lot of the things that have been inside of them, we actually use with his physical therapy and his occupational therapy, and they've turned into his favorite toys, but they've also like really impressed his therapist because they often work towards the goals that his like speech or OT or physical therapists have for him, because they are following that like developmental milestone chart for his age. Sometimes we'll have to like wait a month or two just because that's Luke, but because they're working towards those goals, like they're really, really helpful, and he really loves them, and they're very high quality. I've just been so impressed with that. And we use things from his crate all of the time in his therapy sessions. And that's so cool. And the therapists are always like, wait, where did you get those? I've never seen this thing. And that's been really fun too, because we get to kind of like show them a new thing and be like, yeah, we get these boxes. So anyway, it's just a company that I am so grateful for and has been a huge help for me with parenting in the past couple of years. Like Duncan, often I'll walk him through stuff and we'll do those together. But if Jacob or Bailey or Parker need to work on their boxes, I can hand it to them and it has everything in it already, which, oh my gosh, like as a mom, like one of my biggest pet peeves is when you're about to sit down to work on a project, you've like put aside the time, you've cleaned off the table, everybody's excited, and they're like, okay, go grab your cotton swabs, your cotton balls, because like everybody has those. And I'm like, have those. Like, what are you talking about? I love that these boxes have everything in them that I need to do the whole project. And for the most part, my older kids can do it completely on their own if they want to. So that's really, really helpful to me as a mom of obviously a lot of children. And then as a mom who really isn't naturally a science person, I love that with Duncan, they have very clear instructions. It's step-by-step guide. It's really easy to follow and everything's there. Like, I just appreciate it so much.
KiwiCo ships to over 40 different countries, and you can get a special discount on your first month with KiwiCo. All you have to do is go to www.kiwico.com/Ballinger family. It's written here on the screen. It's also in the description box. You can click on that link and it'll take you to a page that will get you 50% off your first month of a subscription to any one of the crates.
Whoa! That goes very smooth. Like this.
And it goes right on this hole here.
Try it slow. Wow, that herd looks so cute. They're spinning. They're spinning.
How does that work? I feel like I've seen this at like
Okay.
children's museums.
So, how it works. This is the photo.
Oh, that's much different than I expected. Ah! That is so fun. And I'm so pregnant right now. Look at this. Blurp, blurp, blurp. That's my pregnant noise. At like 34 weeks, all of a sudden I got to this point where it was like, okay, you need to stop moving now. Like that's how it felt. It felt like I was just kind of like cruising along. Things were good. First trimester was really, really hard, but like second trimester, I was like, yeah, this is great. And going into third trimester, I was like, I got this, it's fine. All of the sudden, hey dude, like I don't know what happened, but my body, like all my joints, all my like cricky crackies, what I call cricky crackies, it's like
Your
the
back.
bones in my back, everything, I was like, chiropractor, I need a chiropractor so bad. I just feel like every time like I'll get my body back to like feeling okay, like I'll go to the chiropractor and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I actually like feel really good. And like by the next day, it's all just like I can barely walk again. And I'm trying not to overdo it. And I'm really grateful again for like things like these boxes. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's so nice to have something easy that I can grab, that the kids are really entertained by, and also like having positive experiences with, you know, like educational, that they're really entertained by and love. Things have been fine, and then all of a sudden, very quickly, my body's like, yeah, you're really pregnant. Like, we're almost to the end of this. And I'm like, oh really? That was unexpected. That was sudden, because this pregnancy, it has felt like it's been really fast. It's felt you know, pretty easy, uneventful, like good, and now it hurts. It's hard to sleep. I feel very creaky. Like I feel like my bones are just like you put it in a paper bag and like do this sound, and they're like just doing that. And a lot of things like walking up stairs or walking to the bathroom, like very, very simple basic things, are a lot harder than they were before. And getting out of bed, that's a whole event. That's a roly-poly, really funny thing. And I think that's good. Like I think that this is a natural, like important part of that progress, because you want that awakening of like, oh yeah, this baby thing's actually happening. You're not just like, you don't just have like a lump growing off you for several months. I don't know, I'm so excited though. Like I'm so happy and so excited, and I feel like we've made so many cool positive changes because of this like feeling, all these feelings I'm having. I'm definitely having like major nesting urges, like bananas, and then I can't move very much, or I'll clean out a drawer and then the next day my whole body will feel shattered. But I do totally have the nesting instinct right now. And Christopher's been really obviously respectful of that. He's respectful of all parts of my life. He's really amazing. And like, I feel like he listens really well when I'm like, okay, like this is where I'm at now. And he'll be like, okay, like let's make that happen for us as a family. And so obviously you've seen so many videos of him doing amazing things for the kids' bedrooms and doing all the things where physically like I have trouble doing, but I really want done. So I've been really grateful for that. Hi, Lulu.
I'm coming in, Lou.
Oh, brother time.
You still have that paper towel roll? Nice.
I feel like I talk about being pregnant a lot, but like, I don't know how much I'm like showing it. Like, I think I tried earlier.
You're
but...
showing.
No, I know, but I feel like I'm like here on the videos where I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant. Like I feel like every video I've watched of me lately on our channel is me just like huffing and puffing like while doing basic tasks, and like not a lot of explanation for that.
We usually do these little talks away from the kids in the treehouse. I don't think you can get it up there. No. It's quite a trek.
It would be hard. It would hurt the next day pretty bad.
You'd be huffing and puffing so much
Yeah,
by the time we got there.
And just like going up the treehouse stairs, I feel like. But I'm gonna show my tummy really quick because I feel like I need this for me too. Like I was also like, man, I don't. Maybe you guys don't need to hear this, but I feel like I haven't been talking about pregnancy enough for my own records. Like we really love looking back on these videos and these times and like sharing them with our kids, and I was like, man, I haven't done that at all. Like I feel so bad because I hope this little guy, like I hope he has something to look back on and like see what it was like when we were pregnant with him. And I don't know, I just think it's so special to have these memories.
Let's see the bump.
So this is what I'm looking like now. Wow, I'm looking in the screen and I didn't expect me to look like this. I think we have one full-size mirror in our house in the baby's bedroom. So I don't even see myself that often, and this is more comical than I thought it was gonna be. Like that is a whole
You're pregnant.
event. Yeah,
There's no denying it. You're pregnant.
Will you take some pictures of me later too? I just need to like, it's time. It goes so fast. Aw, baby.
Hello, baby. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and like talk about what our plans are, because we've been doing a lot to get ready for this baby. And we've kind of shown the end results of a few of the things, but like he's coming very soon. It's like within like a little over a month is his due date. And you've had some babies earlier than that. So like, it could be less than a month away.
My earliest baby was at 38 weeks, and that was Luke. That was our most recent. We've had 2 at 39 weeks, but one of them was an induction, so who knows? That was Bailey. She was our first, and who knows when she would have come otherwise. And then we've had Duncan right on time, like basically like 8 hours before his due date. And then Parker was a few days late. So I feel like I could fall like anywhere in that spectrum. I don't think that I will deliver after 40 weeks. Like I think maybe my doctor will encourage an induction. I prefer not to have an induction because when I give birth, I do it usually without an epidural. Like I've only had one epidural in my 5 births that I've done. And when you get an induction, they give you Pitocin, and that can make your contractions a lot more intense. And I have actually done that though, where with Parker, I had a low dose of Pitocin and I delivered without an epidural. So it's doable. It's just not really my preference. And then I also always get Pitocin after delivering. So I'm not against medication or anything like that. And the Pitocin has been really important for me after delivering because the last 2 pregnancies I had polyhydramnios, which meant I had like way too much amniotic fluid. So it was like my uterus was very expanded, and the Pitocin helps contract it back. And from what the doctors were telling me, getting that Pitocin reduces the chance of a hemorrhage. And also I think because I've had as many babies as I've had, the chance for hemorrhaging is like higher. So getting the Pitocin is a safety precaution, and I like it. Pitocin sometimes gets a bad reputation like in that induction stage and then like leading to potentially more intense contractions, but I've always really actually liked it after having the baby. Like I feel like it's helped shrink down my uterus very quickly. I think, I could be totally wrong, this is just like zero research, just my own personal experience, it's felt like the after birth contractions were much easier. In the last several births that I've had where I had that Pitocin after, I didn't feel like I had a lot of like after birth contraction pain. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I guess that's something that should be told to people. Like I think this is one of those pregnancy things that like a lot of people don't know about. After you deliver your baby, and even after you deliver the placenta, you get labor pains, like contractions that they're milder than like when it's the most intense during labor, but you get those contractions for like a week or more after delivering, especially like when you're nursing. Like there's certain things that you can do that kind of activate those contractions to happen, and sometimes they're quite intense. I feel like my last 2, I don't know if it was because I've had more babies or what, but I feel like they were much more mild, and I don't know if it's related to getting that Pitocin at the end, but that's kind of like my hypothesis. It's my personal educated guess.
And we're doing a lot to like get ready for the baby. Jacob built a bassinet, which is in our bedroom right now.
Like we bought a bassinet, and he constructed it because he loves any building projects. So.
Yeah, he would have built it out of cardboard if we asked him to, but we bought one and he set that up. The kids are all set for Luke to move out of the nursery so that the baby can move in there, but we're not doing that part yet.
Yes, as much to Bailey's dismay.
Yeah, she really wants Luke to move in.
And she doesn't like sleeping alone. It's like, I think it scares her or something. Like she doesn't like being alone in a room. So right now she is alone in a room. It's not her favorite. She wants Luke to be in there, but I feel like we're trying to wait to transition him to like when it's totally desperately needed for the baby, which it's not and it shouldn't be for a while, or until like he seems a little bit more ready for it.
The baby's gonna sleep in our room with us to begin with.
And Luke's a great sleeper. Like he sleeps through the night. He has been since like maybe even a month after he was born. Like he's always been a really good nighttime sleeper. And he goes to sleep a couple hours before Bailey does. So like, it's not about that. It's more about being able to kind of get up and walk around and wander the room. And he's never had that before, like access. And I just don't know how exciting that'll be for him. Like if that will be a sleep like problem. Sometimes that can lead to like sleep regressions and stuff. And we've been there. We parented through that. And we've also had kids transition really easily. So it just sort of depends. And right now we're not in a hurry, other than the fact that like Bailey would very much like for him to be there.
Well, we also don't want to like be building beds and stuff while we have the newborn. So like we're getting all that stuff done now.
You did it. Yeah. You mastered that. No, the beds are ready. It's just a matter of like when we feel the kids will be the most ready. And right now, honestly, the transition with the 3 boys has been harder than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Duncan is wanting to talk to his big brothers. And it's funny because Duncan was in there with Jacob already, but now that like, maybe it's because his bed and Parker's bed are like next to each other.
They can see each other.
I don't know what it is, but Duncan is like towing some lines lately. And it'll be okay. Like I know it'll pass and he'll learn, but like right now I wasn't expecting that transition to be as difficult on them. So I'm glad that we're doing it now, and I do think that it'll resolve somewhat quickly because Duncan is generally like, he is really well behaved and stuff. Like he's really
it's
good.
good. We're doing it in stages.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we tried to transfer Luke and Duncan at the same time, it would have been
disaster.
like
Explosive.
just too much at bedtime. And then we're also getting car seats ready. Like we've had the infant car seat base installed in the car for a while for us to get used to that being there, and we need to get the straps for the car seat all set the way that the right size.
Well, we did like a full clean because the baby's going to be using Luke's old car seat, so we did like a major clean of cloth and stuff.
Yeah, we took out the insert and everything, so we're getting that all set up.
Oh, and another really exciting thing is that Faith, who is our babysitter, and she's kind of been like with us throughout COVID, she quarantined with us at the end of October. She went home a little bit like during the holidays, but then she got fully vaccinated, and she has been living in this trailer that she's like remodeling. It's super cool, and she's been very COVID safe. Like she's pretty amazing, and she has been doing summer school classes online, and now that schools are opening up again, she is actually able to become a full-time student on a campus again, which is so exciting, and we're so happy for her. The sad news is that we won't have her around, so we're gonna miss her a ton. And I'm sure we'll see her hopefully whenever we can, but right now she's gonna focus on her studies, and I just think that that's awesome. She's really great. Like she's learning some pretty complicated stuff, like political science-y, business-y, amazing things, and I think she is really going places, and she's amazing, so we're really excited for her. So that'll have like its own family dynamic shift too for us, so we're gonna be like navigating that, and everything always seems to happen at once, but it is what it is. We'll like figure out the next dynamic. I feel like that's what having like a lot of kids really is. It's always like, oh, okay, we're going this direction when I thought it was gonna be this direction. Okay, like let's figure that out, and like we just kind of...
That's even having one kid. I feel like you have one kid and you go like, oh, this is different. Okay, we're gonna go. We gotta go with that.
I just feel like the frequency of it is more.
It does amplify the frequency.
It's like every day there's like a new thing. We're like, okay. You get very used to like, oh, like is today a hospital day? Okay, like let's go to urgent care. Like I thought we were gonna do, making cookies, but let's do that instead. That's better. Or like, oh, I guess I didn't get sleep at all.
Oh yeah. Well, skipped it this time.
Just that. We got the cars working out.
Yeah.
We promised you guys a car tour. We haven't done that yet. But I also feel like we need to earn it a little more. But we do really like it.
It'd be good to have the baby in it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we can give the car tour and be like, this is what it's like with 6 kids.
Yeah, and if anybody has any like questions that we can start thinking about, that would be helpful. Like if you are curious to know what it's like to have like a giant bus van. But
it's been fun. It's been fun to drive.
You just finished like a really cool guitar project that's kind of amazing.
Oh yeah, the one for Rachel?
Yeah.
So I made a West Side Story themed guitar. I have finished it, but the videos are going in sequence on my other channel, Gifted Guitars, so you can check that out.
It's really, really cool for Rachel Ziegler, and she's like incredibly talented, and she's made a lot of like YouTube videos if you want to check her out, and she sings, and she's about to be in like 3 giant, incredible, like all very exciting for different reasons, movies next year or the year after.
Yeah, and the first one coming up is West Side Story. And when I started working on the guitar, that was the only one that was like announced that she was going to be in.
Yeah, and since then, it's been like all these new movies, and we're like, what, Rachel, what's going on now? So she's really awesome, and I'm so, so, so excited that you made this like really cool looking guitar. Like I've seen it at the end, and I'm going to tell you spoilers. It's really good. Because Christopher will be like stressed in the videos leading up where he's like, oh, I don't know if this will work. But it works. It's really I don't know. I'm really proud of you for that, and I think it's like a really cool project.
Thank you.
He's got this really cool random talent and a hobby that like it's so weird. Like, it threw me off. Like we've been together for how many years? We've been together over 20 years and married for like 17 years. And he's like, I'm just gonna make some guitars like out of wood. Where's that coming from? But he just did it.
So anyway, that's what we're doing to get prepared for the new baby and for all the big life changes that are about to happen. I want to say thank you once again to KiwiCo for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget about that discount that we're offering in the description. There's a link, check it out. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.